Hello there everybody. Let me tell you something about Heroes Tower Defense. Heroes TD is a decent tower defense game that combines hero card gathering with tower defense. It's the latest tower defense game developed by CG Studio, one of the best mobile game developers. On top of that, Heroes TD is among the few tower defense games that has made a name on the NFT industry. What makes Heroes TD unique from any tower defense is that they incorporate the boss system, the classes, and origin trait, including the token system and the ranking system in a single game tower defense. This makes the game more competitive among avid gamers. Apart from that, what makes Heroes TD a decent mobile game is the graphic design. The chibi heroes and their skill effects are breathtaking. The game is actually a mobile game, with a simple feature tap controls, making it more suitable for smartphones. The main goal of the game is to gather all of the best heroes with the best characteristic, and then test their trait in both the battle mode and co-op mode, while aiming at the leaderboard. The battle mode and co-op mode in Heroes TD is only the initial phases of the game, and there are more feature gameplay to arrive in later months. If you haven't tested the game yet, the beta test is now open to everyone. Don't pass up the opportunity to play the hottest game in 2022, and earn rewarding tokens which you can exchange for real money. Now, let me explain the gameplay to you. In the matchmaking process, you will be assigned an opponent based on your matchmaking rate, or MMR. Initially, you are given 5 decks of cards of your choice, and your opponent is also given 5 decks of cards of his choosing. At the very start of the game, a random selection of bosses is first rolled to determine the first boss to invade your castle. The first boss will serve as the main challenge in each wave completion. Each wave has a timer, and when the timer ends, a random boss will emerge to invade your castles. The first player to defeat the first boss will save his base from destruction. If your opponent also defeats the first boss, his base will not be destroyed. The game will be played until one of the bases is destroyed. The mechanic of the game is actually pretty simple. Once the game has started, you are given a certain amount of money to place your first 4 random heroes in the battle platform. You can place your heroes behind if you want, or in the front line or in the middle line, depending on your strategy. If you have a healer type like Ragnar, I would suggest placing the hero near the enemy base. Please take note that every time you purchased a hero to defend your castle, the price of each hero will increase by an increment of 10, 20, 30 until the maximum price. And every time you defeat an enemy, you will earn more dollars, and the accumulated money can be used to buy an extra hero to help defend your castle. In the game, you can actually combine 2 similar heroes to obtain 1 random hero from the 5 decks of cards. Combining them will increase the star rank from 2 star to a maximum of 6 stars. Having a higher ranking hero give them more health, or extra damage or ability power depending on the hero. You can also level them up to increase the attribute of your heroes. I would suggest choosing the best hero to rank up or level up. For example, in my case, I always level up Lona for extra damage, or Cena to slow down the enemy. Please be reminded that the early stages of the game are crucial in this game. You should start by strengthening your best heroes, or those hitters with huge damage capabilities, and then work on improving all the heroes with slow effect abilities. Sometimes rushing will lead to an early defeat, so be careful. Start slowly but surely. In this tower defense, predicting the appearance of the first boss might offer you a head start on how to properly protect your base. For example, if you predicted that the boss is a snake, then the best strategy is to kill it faster. There are some heroes who can deal a lot of damage in this game, and using a multi-shot rune allows your hero to hit the boss twice. It is also a good idea if you keep an eye on your opponent's strategy, to give you more opportunities in countering them. You should examine their origins and classes, as well as their runes, equipment, and skills. If you keep this mindset, then you have a chance to be on the leaderboard. Now that the first boss is eliminated, I was able to gain an extra $100, however, my enemy was not able to eliminate the boss, and therefore, he will not receive anything. I could use the $100 to buy another hero and place them on the platform, or I could use it to upgrade one of my heroes and increase their damage output and health. The game will continue once the first boss has been defeated, as long as there are diamonds left on your fortress. Don't worry if you didn't succeed in eliminating the first boss. No matter how difficult the situation is, and even though the enemy is on the lead, you can still reverse the outcome of the battle. Because there are instances where your enemies will make a mistake. It's a bit frustrating at times when you know that you are losing, but as long as your heroes are good, you can still make a comeback. Just believe on the capabilities of your heroes and your strategy. As you can see, there is a tornado in front of the entrance. This tornado is one of Sina's skills, and it can occasionally slow down invading enemies, especially if you are facing Anubis. Anubis sometimes are very hard to deal with, because of their metamorphosis skill. The metamorphosis skill allows Anubis to enlarge his body and gain extra HP. If Anubis continues to grow without dying, then my chances of winning is very small. This is why Anubis is one of the valuable heroes in this game. Luckily, I also have Clemens on my team. Clemens' ice skills combined with multi-shot are extremely effective, especially against Anubis. At this point, they can slow down a large number of enemies. Slowing them down allows Lona to kill them with her area of effects skills. That is why Lona is also one of the best heroes in this game, because they have a chance on use effect skills which damages enemies if perfectly cast. But sometimes, the combination of Sina, Clemens, and Lona are not very effective strategy. Because there are times where they can hardly damage the enemies, especially if Lona is not selected in the early stages. This is why the game is so popular, because nobody at the moment can perfectly find the best heroes to win all the battles. Now, the second boss is definitely the hardest boss to eliminate, because the boss has a silence, causing all heroes to be silenced permanently. If you only have one diamond on your fortress from the first boss, and the second boss is a silencer, your chances of winning are very slim, especially if you don't have a blockage skill. Such as the skill of the Monkey King Wukong, or a slow skill effect to slow down the enemy before it reaches your fortress. In my case, I was lucky enough to defend my fortress from the first boss, leaving my fortress 3 diamonds at the end of the battle, which allows me to survive the second boss attack. At the end of the battle, it is wise to say that you should check the attributes of your enemies, because you might face them again in the next battle. It happens all the time. And lastly, you can take home the CGC token, and trade them later if they open up the market for CGC. You can also check your rankings to see if some of the points have been credited. The best thing about the leaderboard is that, you can earn HTD tokens when you reach a certain rank. At higher rank, you can earn around 50 to 500 HTD tokens in each season. And the current price of HTD now is around 70 cents. Who knows, perhaps the price of HTD will rise to $1 or $2 in the future. After all, anything is possible in crypto games.